Here's why I don't coach singers to retract their scapula, or in other words, to pull back on their shoulder blades. Many people don't actually have relative motion at the rib cage. They need to work to regain that motion and to have this dynamic capability of their rib cage. So instead of actually being able to come into a true retracted state, they actually are orienting their rib cage, coming into more of their adaptation patterns. So with the pattern that we're trying to help a singer come out of, we're actually bringing them further into their adaptive patterning. Not only would this bring us further into our adaptive patterning, but it will also have a great impact on the respiratory diaphragm. We have hiatuses that come through the respiratory diaphragm with the esophagus and vagus nerve, the inferior vena cava, and the aorta. This can put pressure on those structures and cause symptoms such as acid reflux and GERD, varicosities, varicose veins, and potentially some edema in the lower extremities. Take someone who is in a lower and upper rib brace strategy. Asking them to retract the scapula will send the body forward, creating excessive compression in the low back, tipping the sternum upward, flaring the lower ribs, flattening out the thoracic spine in the posterior mediastinum, and we still have the upper rib brace strategy. Take now someone who's in a lower rib flare and an upper rib brace. Ask them to retract. It's going to cause excessive compression in the low back, a rib flare, an upward tipping of the sternum, flattening of the thoracic spine in the posterior mediastinum, and we still have that upper brace strategy. Let me show you an alternative. Instead, we can guide students to release overactive tissues, elongate shortened tissues, and elongate the compressed side. Teach the student to reach for posterior and anterior expansion, and how to row to teach true retraction for proper rib cage dynamics. This approach is incredibly important because it helps us find a convex rib cage forming a foundation for a concave scapula. This approach allows for singers to progress more efficiently. For more information like this, check out my YouTube channels. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next time.